other students who get PhD offers, but they don't have fundings available. So how do you ensure that there is also funding came along with your application and things like that? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That is a big problem even in Oxford, basically. So you can get an offer but not funding. Good thing
Yeah.
about Rhodes is you get Rhodes before you get your PhD. So it doesn't matter what you do, you will have funding to do it. So Rhodes is kind of good in terms of that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
you don't have
I
to
thought
worry.
Rhodes is only for masters, right? So or it will continue for PhD as well.
Mostly for people in medical sciences division, so people like me, they fund a master's into a PhD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
because they
That's
know that
interesting. I didn't know that.
yeah, they know doctors don't get any research training when they do their MBBS. So they're like, no, like we will train you how to do research and then you'll do PhD. You will not directly go into a PhD. But there are a lot of
Okay.
medics who do a PhD straight away. That's sort of besides the point, but they recognize that, you need a 1 year master. So for people who are in the medical sciences division, people like me, they fund masters and PhD. Sorry. Yeah, I can say a few more things about like Rhodes Scholarship application and stuff like that. So because they keep on changing a lot of their requirements, one good thing they have done is that they have made a collection of something called an unofficial guide.
Okay.
So basically what it means is all previous scholars have submitted their comments and they have made essentially a 32 or 50-page document which gives in detail how to write a personal statement, what they're looking for, and examples of personal statement.
Okay.
So I remember I have submitted my personal statement. So some part of that document is my personal statement. And so you can see examples of what scholars have done before. The advice obviously is to not copy, but to like just have a look and like try to find your own style and communicate in it. But it's sort of a good starting place to like make a rough draft to see what others are doing and if you are at the right place or not. And then as you go through like multiple rounds of improvement, develop your own style and let your own style like come through that document. And so there are detailed documents for CV, for a personal statement, for academic statement. And then if you are lucky enough to make it to round, like to interview, then there are also documents for how to prepare for an interview.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And there's also Google Groups for the Rhodes Scholarship called the Rhodes India Digest, where all current scholars, including myself, we respond to a lot of questions that keep coming up. So there are a lot of questions like, who should I ask as a referee? Like, what is an ideal referee? So there are detailed information on that, like someone who knows you well rather than someone who is known well. So that's how I like to frame it.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What should I focus on in my academic statement? Should I give uh, what's the word for it? Should I give a detailed proposal? Should I give a more abstract view? Like what are the sections that I should keep in my CV? So there's a lot of these detailed information in those Google groups and those documents. And if you find out that the question has not already been answered, then feel free to put your own questions and we'll go through them. And another thing is, like we also do like the Rhodes Scholars, like unofficially. All this is like unofficial. This is not official communication from the Rhodes Trust, but it is basically previous scholars. We also do webinars where we explain in detail how to build your CV, how to write an application, etc. So if you are looking to apply, then definitely at least register yourself for these webinars. Even if you can't attend in person, then they'll share a link with you and these links are unlisted. So unless you have those links, you won't be able to access these webinars. So just register, just sign up.
Okay.
And even if you can't attend, they'll send you a link.
Okay.
That
So
you can attend
where this
during free
information
time.
is shared? So where this information is shared? Is it the Google group itself or about
Yeah,
the
it should be
webinars?
shared
Where
in the
will not
Google groups.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, so I think
Just
one good thing I like about this scholarship is previous scholars have taken out a lot of time and done a lot of effort to actually curate these documents, which tell you in detail how to like make your own application. So even if you are from a college that has not had like past scholars, because there are only 5 scholars every year, only 5 colleges get a chance, and often it's the same colleges, and sometimes they do colleges that are not even in India, like Princeton, Stanford, whatever. So it can feel a bit like, like we have no idea, we cannot speak to any Rhodes Scholar, or like we don't get any inside information. And so to make the playing field a bit more level, they have made these documents and made it like freely available online. So just go through them. They're also quite helpful for other scholarships also. I don't know personally because I haven't applied because I was happy. So I just partied after that. Did not apply to any other scholarships. Yeah, but I mean the name of the scholarship like kind of matters quite less. Once you know how to go through the process, you'll find a way out one way or another. So like make use of these webinars, these documents. I think they're quite helpful in general.
Okay. Yeah. So I can publicly share it, or is it?
Yeah, I'm taking these from Google. Like I am Googling Rhodes of unofficial guide, and that's how I'm sharing them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like I have it in my personal inbox and I'm sharing them with you. So make them as widely available as possible. Then if someone who's watching this comes across this, then you can share this on your platforms also.
Yeah, definitely. That will be very helpful for them.
Yeah, they're
I think
trying to
it's true with
trying to
every
make.
scholarships.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. There is every scholarships. Almost all scholarships sort of on the common the same. It may be a bit different their strategic interest and everything. That if you can highlight your application, that it should be easy way to get that.
Yeah, I mean after that it becomes more modification than starting from zero, right?
Yes.
You just need to modify a bit to, like to please their selection committee. However,
that's true.
Some inside information, basically, if you get to the interview stage, you might find the same people sitting on the interview panel for all the different scholarships. It's the same three people sitting on the interview panel. So you're just on all the scholarships. So you might end up having to interview with them.
Okay.
So these documents are, I think, quite generally applicable. Yeah. I mean, they're trying to make it a point to have scholars from other colleges, but they say this in their communication, and then when they make their decisions, it's basically the same colleges who are getting more and more scholars, and then some scholars from US are also getting like from India without doing an undergraduate from India. So sometimes the communication and the actions can be a bit different from each other. But like whatever be the case, at least the information is there. Whatever decisions they end up making, the information is kind of widely available. Each year they have 5 right now.
5. Okay, 5.
Yeah,
okay,
5 only. Maybe in 5 years time they will have 6 or 7, but right now it's only 5.
Okay. So that's your application should be incredible to that top 5, I would say.
There is some truth in that. The other thing I would say is like just make sure that your story is coherent and is making sense. Like I've seen some brilliant applications like make it through to the interview round, but not go through, but mostly because they're saying something else, whereas their actions are something else.
Okay. Yeah.
So my advice mostly is just like make sure you have one consistent story that you're trying to put forward. Things change. I'm not doing whatever I wrote in my application, I'm doing completely opposite of that. So I'm not at all doing what I said I would do. And everybody knows that things change. So they are also aware and comfortable with this fact. But what they are not comfortable with is, okay, you are saying you will do public health, but you also want to do like clinical. You're also doing all these clinical exams. What's up? What are you doing? What exactly is your
Yeah.
priority? So it's like when those kind of things start happening, they're like it's not making sense anymore. So as long as there's one consistent story, from my perspective, I would recommend that.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I think a very helpful information for all the road scholar who are applying. And yeah, I think all the topic. Is there anything we missing now?
I hope not. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
good thing like
If
information is
any
available
people.
online. Even if we miss
Mhm.
something, you can post on the Google Groups chat, and then I'll make sure to respond.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, or you can
Okay.
reach out
Yeah.
to us on LinkedIn. I'm quite active. I respond. It might be a bit
Yeah.
later
Yeah.
than you think it is, but I do
Yeah.
respond.
Okay. Perfect then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's true for every scholarship. Whatever scholarship you applying, find out already got it via LinkedIn or Facebook or whichever platform, and then reach out to the the amount of information they share will be so valuable that it will entirely the way of your application itself. I found it very useful when I was applying for Commonwealth as well. People helped me to go through my SOP and they give suggestions. I strategically change it and that helped me a lot go through the scholarships. So yeah, I think that's very important.
Yes, of course.
I
I
think I
mean,
will. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, same for me. I took help from another scholar who had done Rhodes like 7 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and he helped me so much.
Okay.
And I will ask you to do some homework, as in, like, come with some specific questions if you have,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
then I
That's
can
true.
give some specific comments or like specific answers to some specific questions, basically. But other than that, I'm more than happy to like text
Okay.
on LinkedIn, etc.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
also
the
I can
same
share my
issue I
LinkedIn
also
also if you
face.
want. But I think you can find my
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
The
That's
description. I
not,
have that LinkedIn ID. Yeah, I will put in the
yeah,
description.
yes. Yeah, LinkedIn is good.
Perfect.
LinkedIn is not bad. All right.
Yeah, LinkedIn is very good actually. One thing I found it difficult is people approach us for help, but they ask for a very general questions. For example, I want to study abroad. What to do? I mean,
Yeah.
what should I reply? I mean, it's I pick maybe find out some colleges or ask about some more courses specific or something like that. They just ask you open-ended question. It's very difficult to respond. Sometimes we just don't respond because that
Yes.
will make a
No,
mess.
next
So
time
I
I
think
will
it'll come
give
with
them
specific
link.
questions.
I will give them the link for this talk. Is
Ah.
like, what should I do? I'm like, watch this video.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Then.
Yes. Of course. I've
I think
watched some of
yeah.
your videos
Mhm.
before coming on this call, and I was like, all of them are in Malayali. I don't understand anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I'm,
yeah. It's the first English. It's the first English video I'm making, and the problem I did it in Malayalam was when I was an undergraduate. When I searched in YouTube for finding similar information, I found it difficult to understand. It's totally either in full in Hindi or English. In Kerala, it's difficult to understand the language. Then
yeah,
I
no,
thought I
I
will
can
do a
totally
few
understand.
basic things in Malayalam. Yeah, if a few basic things in Malayalam so that people know the baseline, then people can pick
Yeah,
on it easily. So all other interviews that will coming up will be fully in English, or earlier I will make
nice.
sure that I will give subtitles.